Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates, and today I've got an ephemera holder for you. I've seen lots of them, lots of people seem to be making them. I've made different ones. I wanted a big one. So I have this that I bought from a charity shop, and it's designed for holding stamps, and it has these little pockets. I haven't quite filled it. I'm putting stamps in the front. You might have seen me use this, and then at the back I've got like Tracy labels and other little things. I'm going to put words in there, yeah, things like that. But I've got loads and loads of fussy cut ephemera, and I'm just not happy with the way that they're stored. So I've got this book. This is Jamie's America. We've already, Ed's a little bit obsessed with Jamie Oliver, and so we have practically all his books, and we have 2 copies of this because I forget, which ones that we've bought, and if I see them, I buy them. So I thought, oh, well, I'll do something with that. So I've kind of started. So and so far it's great. They're just parked there for a moment, and then I've got some spaces, and yeah, and I've made bigger pockets to hold bigger things, and I think I'm going to use things more now, because I can see where they are. So yeah, so I've varied the sizes of the pockets, so some can hold small things, and some can hold bigger things. So I thought I'd show you how I did it. So it's all recycled stuff. So I've got a book on recycling, brown paper packaging, and cereal liners. So a proper junk project this is. So let me just show you. I've done, so it's like an altered book. These are all ready to go. I've done a lot of this stuff in front of the telly, because it's quite time consuming, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run. So if you can see there how I've gutted the books, I've got 2 signatures there that aren't yet gutted. So this book is sewn. It's my new favourite way of altering books, is using the sewn in method. So you find the centre of the signature. I've done this before, but I thought I'd show, just in case you're new to my channel. I do have quite a lot of newbies, so welcome. Hope you're enjoying it. And I can't find my stitch ripper. Oh, it lives there, Jez. Why don't you put it back where it belongs? Because that would be too bloomin' easy, wouldn't it? Oh well, can't find it. Right, so got pokey tool there, pulling it up, cut. Stitch ripper is much easier, but it's on my desk somewhere, I imagine. Careful not to slice your finger like I nearly did there. So cut the threads. Do you know, I keep meaning to buy a second stitch ripper, because I do lose it a lot. So if I've got a second one, see, what I'm trying to avoid is cutting the pages. Not that for this project it really matters that much. There we go. There we are. Gosh, that took a bit of time. And now she puts her glasses on. So then we just pull them out. It should just come out. Oh, well, they would if you'd cut all the threads, Jez. I didn't cut the threads at the bottom here. There we go. And I think it's 5 pages. until you get to the one that's stuck in. Oh, I miscarried there. So these are the ones that are stuck in. So you're left there with just the outside of the signature. And then I've got all of these, got a whole stack of these. Some of them have got some really good pictures in them because it's well illustrated, and some of them might have words that I might take. So I will be churros. I think they're the most overrated. Bleh. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Don't like them at all. And I've had them in Spain as well as having them at festivals, and they're just bleh. So yeah, I just thought some really, really wonderful illustrations. So I thought I might do a little bit of a glue booky thing. Yeah, so I've got one more to take out, and that's them all. So I just wanted to save little bits. I might try my smaller knife. Might be a little less dangerous than wielding that big one, because I have to, that big one, I have to hold the thing up. It takes the blades. It doesn't stay there. So it was just a cheap one. I think I need a proper Stanley knife. I might put that on my birthday list. I am trying out a microphone. That was going on my birthday list because I thought I was going to have to pay a lot of money for a wireless microphone. I looked up reviews on microphones, and wireless microphone for an iPhone, and top of the list was £40. I thought, oh well, you know, good reviews. So yeah, I put that for a birthday present. Next one was 25. Had a few things that I wasn't happy about in the reviews. And then the third one out of 10 was $15.99 on offer. I thought, oh well, I'll just buy that, and I'll buy it now. I don't need to wait for my birthday. So yeah, so this is me trying it out for the very first time. So yeah, hopefully it's so good. It's just sometimes I just feel that I'm not quite loud enough. So there we are. They're all done now. It's because I reset up my desk, and my phone's a bit higher, so I think it's a little bit further away from me. So that was my main reasoning for doing that. So that's that, and then I kind of just measured what would fit, and I've used packaging. It's probably Amazon packaging. This is the sort that's got perforations. I save them, my son saves them. It was a little bit wider than I wanted, and obviously too long. So I just measured what I wanted, and then sort of cut it down. Let me bring in my board again. And this is where the microphone comes into its own, because I was leaning back then, so I'd have been really far away from the phone microphone, and you wouldn't have been able to hear that. So that's all my cereal liners cut up. So I just thought I'd, you know, teach Granny to suck eggs. So I've got all these ready. There's loads and loads of pages. I can't remember how many, but 60 or 70 I needed. So I'm going to just use one of these now as a little template. I just got these out of the cupboard because I'd run out of the ones I had, and perforations have already been cut up. The other ones, I'd left them in because then it's easier to line up. So I cut them all in one go. So, like so. Put that up against it, just to save me measuring. Put it on there. Make sure it's straight, using the lines on my grid paper mat there. Check it's okay. Doesn't really matter if it's a bit out, to be honest. So got me ruler there. I'm putting it on these straight lines there, and then I take my knife. It doesn't stay up, so you have to hold it up whilst you're cutting. There is a rip in that, but it doesn't matter. There you go, that should be them all. Yeah, done. So I've got a pile of these, that size, which I'll do a project with at some point. And so now I want to cut them down. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's about 7 inches across. I mean, what depends what book you'll use to what size you need to cut yours to, if you decide to do this. I say if you want a quick project, it's not quick, but it's good. So there we go, pile of pages. So I've got all these pages ready to go, and so I would now be, I'd take these and I'd take these and I'd be doing those in oh, let me cut my serial liners up, doing these in front of the telly. So here's my serial liner. So depending on the size of the serial liner, oh, didn't really want to do that, but I've done it now, so I may as well cut that off. So normally I was about to say I get 3 strips, but I'm not going to get 3 strips now. So I'll get 2, I reckon, and there'll be a bit to spare. So 1, yeah, I will get 2. It's not quite wide enough for a 3rd one, but the others I can get 2 out of that. So I've only lost 1 really. So these are, done them about 6.5 wide. So put that down the straight there. Put this on the 6.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. So whatever. And this cuts so well. So whatever size you decide to do, you'll be right. We're a little bit squiff here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. Right, so we're actually, I could have done that a little bit better, but I didn't. Right, so let's do this. So I'm doing them at about 2 inches. 2 inches deep is the way I'm going. I might do a couple of deeper ones, because I do have a few bigger things, but there we go. That's it. Very simples. And I found something quite satisfying about cutting through this. Right, I might do a 3-inch one there. I've got a couple of 1 inches, so I might do a mix and match page. That I'll save for another project. So this one should give me 6 to it. Oh, this cereal box is obviously a little bit of a different size. They do vary in sizes. I was getting 6 2-inch pockets. Wrong teeth in this morning. with each strip, and I was getting 3 strips, so I was getting like 18 pockets, and I do 3 a page. So it's a good thing we eat quite a bit of cereal. Suddenly thought that didn't look straight. In our house, we do get through quite a few boxes a week, and I have been collecting them forever because I use them to protect my surface when doing mixed media as well. So I have been collecting them for that. So, and as you see, even though I haven't finished the book, I have we'll keep that as a long one, I think. Otherwise we'll have another inch, or maybe we'll do another inch pocket. So rather than have that end as the inch, I'm going to do another 2 inches, and then we've got a little pocket. 2 inches I think is a good depth. I like the cereal packets because you can see through them. I watched somebody recently make an ephemera holder using cereal packets. I think it was Bumblebee Crafts, and I thought, what a genius idea. I bought a load of vellum to do it with, but that can be quite expensive. So I've got a little 1 inch one, and then this one I'm going to straighten those edges a bit nicer, and I might do a couple of deeper pockets. There we go. Cut that down there. Take that end off. I won't get a couple out because that's not wide enough. If I do that in half, that's well short. Yeah, it's an inch short. Oh well. So I can do 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do 2.5. Then we'll stick to 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. Come down there. Got that if I ever make a smaller one. Have I done that the right size? I haven't. Well, Burke. 7.5 it must be then. 4, 5. Or did I just count wrong? I just counted wrong. Right, put that on there so I don't miss this one. There we go. One deep one. There we go. So that's how they're all cut up. And then what I do, front of the telly, I take 3, like so. I get a little bit of glue. I'm using Collall, so that's it doesn't stick. I did I just go on each end. I used art glitter as well, and it does eventually come off, but it doesn't matter because my intention is to sew, and I just do a little bit on the middle there. So stick that down, and it will hold it enough to then be able to sew, which is quite vital. So I just did the 2 ends. and just a tad in the middle. These ones that have got the thick ends, I tend to put them towards the bottom. So leave in a bit of a gap there. I won't put another one with an end on. They're a little bit unsightly. Not that you notice when it's full of stuff. But yeah, so whilst watching telly, I just did this. And then they sat overnight. So I just went through. I'll get through that lot whilst watching telly tonight. And then they'll be ready to then come back to the craft room and then I sew. So I got my sewing machine. This one's ripped, it doesn't matter. And I sewed all the way down there in one continuous stitch, all the way along there and all the way along there. And then I went back in and did there and there. So that's it, all done. So now, so that would be one night in front of the telly, the next day sewing, and then that evening in front of the telly, I took my art glitter glue and I just went fully around the edges. Again, something easily done in front of the telly. Then I came down so that just a thicker line. Was being stuck, and then I went round the other side of the stitch line just to give the page a little bit more reinforcement where the pocket is stitched in. May or may not be necessary. You could use tape, but I want this to last, well, forever really. And then I just sort of go down the middle. So I didn't want tape because I do think that tape sometimes dries out and falls off. And then go to, in my book, there we go, we've got one there. So we'll put this next to it. Just sort of line up on the page where it needs to go, and then I just press down. And at the moment you can see wetness, but as you can see it does dry. And just go along either side of where that's stitched. So I give a good burnish across the middle because I've got glue across the middle, and you can now see the lines of the wetness of the glue. And then I did go on the other side. And that's that. And if there's bits like that that's just come up, I'm just going to go down the page. That's the first time that's happened. So there we go. That is what I did. So that's how I am creating this ephemera book, and you'll probably see me pulling it out different times to find things. I'm kind of grouping things ish. So there we've got sepia people and black and white people. I did a little mixture there. I was going for males, females. That was what I was doing there. So yeah, so I've got quite a way to go. There is, let's count them, 54, 56, if I've counted right, in there. So that's quite a lot. I think I've got practically enough now. Maybe need a few more cereal packets. With these ones that were 1 inch, I stitched down the centre as well, because otherwise they would have gaped too much and things would have fallen out. So that's my little tip there for that. You can see there the sewing down the middle. These ones I didn't think needed it. They're quite all right, and you can see there. And the bigger ones certainly don't need it. So I like it so you can see what you've got there, and they do come forward a bit, so you can pull them out really easily. So yeah, it's just my idea on an ephemera holder, and then that will sit on my desk, yeah, on my shelf rather. I'm going to cover this. I do like the American Eagle. I think he's quite cute. So I'll cover this, certainly the spine, so that I can write on it that it's ephemera. Might not do much else with it. Depends how creative I'm feeling at the time. But yeah, hope that's useful. I just thought that was a neat idea that I would pass on. I love making my own sort of storage. I was going to buy another one of these books because they were so useful, but they were like 20 quid. I'm not paying 20 quid. I made this for nothing. Oh look, another nail's come off. I made this for nothing basically, just a bit of time. So yeah, that's better than 20 quid, isn't it? Right, so I thought I would decorate this now. So I've been through, and all of these are now covered. It's taken quite a while. I just did it in bits when I had time in between making projects. So lots and lots of room, and these deep pockets are great for bigger things. I did have these in a shallower pocket, but they kept moving, so I've put them in deeper ones. So I've got loads and loads of things to do, to add loads and loads of space. So I went through the pages that I cut out and pulled out, and there's lots and lots of letters, so I cut them out to make fussy cuts. So I've got a little title there, fussy cuts, and I've got them to go down the spine, and I had a little practice with my blending brush to see if I could cover this nicely, and it seems to work. So I quite like that idea of going over this and giving it a little bit of a vintage vibe, because that's what I like. I was not wanting to cover too much of this fabulous eagle, because I do like the way that looks, but I don't particularly want Jamie's America written on it. That's not really my vibe. So I've got a few, as I was sort of looking in for my fussy cuts to have them all in one place, I found some Tracy labels, so I thought I could stick them over in some way, shape or form. Got my fussy cuts, and I'll probably do some more things in the background, but that's kind of where I'm going. I want to cover this spine with something. I may not do too much on the back, but I do like my storage to look nice, and I really like my storage to look vintage. But as my son pointed out to me at the weekend, I keep buying a ton of plastic for storage, which I do. I found these lovely plastic containers which sort of fit perfectly on my shelves. Multiple of them. They hold a lot. I can just pull each container out at one go. And it holds things, and it even holds sort of like 6 inches wide, which I think is really useful because that holds napkins, that holds 6x6 paper pads, it holds my Stampin' Up stamps and dies, of which I have a multitude, and I can put in my A5 plastic wallets as well, which I have put sort of Tim Holtz stamps and other stamps in. So we've got a little bit of vintaging going on there, and now I want to cover. So I want to cover this spine. I might just get some brown paper packaging that I've got left over and cover it with that. I'm looking around. Actually, I received a package today because it is my birthday. Filming this today is my birthday, and I got a few birthday surprises, and I will be filming that. I got some lovely presents from my family, my boys and Ed. Ed got me a book that I have been looking for absolutely ages. So I was delighted with that. I'm trying desperately. I don't want to reveal my address. It was only as I took a look to the side and thought, where's my brown packaging? And I saw this that I had just put to the side and thought, well, that's pretty perfect, really. So I'm just trying to rip this. Let's start that off. Put that down. There we go. So this packaging was from my good friend Jill, who really is not into vintage at all. And she made me a lovely vintage card. So really appreciate that. Yeah, that'll go nicely along there. So I might just cut it down a little bit. Let's find out how big this is. This looks like 1 1/4. If I get my glasses, I can tell for sure. Yeah, 1 1/4. Right, so let's just put a few marks on this and rip it down, I think is the best way. 1 1/4. Yeah, so I have, because it's a Monday, filming this. Monday, it's a bit of a strange day to have a birthday, but it does mean that you got the good excuse of celebrating all weekend, which is pretty much what I did. So I started on Friday, went out for lunch with my Bezzy, who doesn't work on Fridays. She used to, but she took Fridays off. So we went out for lunch and a few drinks, and then Ed and James joined us later. Saturday, my son dragged me into town, and I walked 5 miles round the shops. I was exhausted, and but I got a few nice things. And then Sunday, that's when I had like my birthday meal, because my favourite thing is this lasagna. It's a Gino what's his face, TV chef. It's his recipe, And I'm going to just have it so it's ripped top and bottom. And so it does take quite a bit. I mean, lasagna is quite an effort. So Ed said I can't make it on Monday because it's a school day. So I had it yesterday. Boys came round, went to the pub, had a lovely meal, had a few drinkies. And so tonight Ed's making a lovely meal as well, but it's much quicker. And tomorrow we'll be going out to a restaurant, the 4 of us. And because it's past my birthday and it is James's birthday on Friday, then it's kind of like, and he's away for the weekend with friends celebrating his birthday. So we're having a birthday celebration together. So it'll be like joint birthday meal out, which should be nice. So making my birthday stretch from Friday to Tuesday. Why not? So I've had some lovely Facebook shout outs in different groups and on my, Facebook, which is lovely. So let's get this stuck down. I think that is as simple as it needs to be. I don't want to be spending too much time on this. It's only going to sit on my shelf. So to make life easier, I've just got die cuts in so many different places and fussy cuts that I just want to have them all in one place. And it's got a bit of blue on the outside, but I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. So that is that down there. And actually, to tie in the blue, I've just seen I've got a bit of scrap of blue. I'll be making Christmas cards. I might put the fussy cuts letters on that. What I might do is stick them on a strip of this and then a strip of that. Why not? Why not indeed? So what I'm going to do is, what I did with this one is I stuck them down first and then I inked them. So what I found, not what I found, but what I find is it's better to go on the wonk than to try and make things straight. So if you wonk everything, then you don't have to worry about getting it straight. So fussy cuts. Yeah, we'll have that one. It was very hard to find Y's. I had to cut out an awful lot of words before I found 2 Y's. And of course I need an awful lot of S's as well. So that's what we're going to do there. So I'm just going to glue that little lot down. I might speed this bit up. So I thought I might cut a strip using my decal edge. So I'm going to cut that to about 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to cut this little edge off. Lovely. And then we'll poke it in to 3/4, which is there. Yep. So that will fit on there. Oh, I didn't do that very straight, did I? It's wonderful at the bottom, a bit too close at the top. Maybe we'll do it again, and maybe we'll do a little bit more than 3/4. So we'll go a little way in there. Oh, I see what happened. It moved. So let's hold this bottom bit a bit better. Oh, it's totally fluffed. Complete fluff there at the bottom. Maybe third time will be a charm. Because I don't like that at the bottom there, to be fair. What I'll do, in my attempt to unfluff that fluffiness, I'll do that. I think that worked. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. So we'll take a bit off the top. And we'll decide where on the bottom we want to tuck it. So we'll tuck it about there. That'll do nicely. I think that'll look a treat. Let's see. Up the side. Let's have a little goosey gander of how that will look. Yeah, I think that'll work, and then that will tie in with that having a bit of a blue on edge. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the blending brush now. They should have stuck down, so now I can give them a bit of a vintaging. And this book should sit up on my shelf above my desk next to that lovely stamp album I've got all ready for clusters, little accents. When I want a label, be marvellous, absolutely marvellous. So what have I done with the strip? It is there. So I want to ink the edges of this. And then we'll just glue that to there, and then we'll glue the blue to the spine. Right, let's check where I want this. On the side there, yeah, that'll be fab. So get some glue on that. I'm going to use my bottle where it'll come out a bit quicker. I'm just going to sit this on, well, I don't know which is the best way. I might stand up so I can see a wee tad better for placement. Yeah. Love how that is looking. So that look grand on the shelf. And if I spelt it wrong, then I just tough really. I found this on the floor. Yeah, and Jess, I don't know. I just thought it might be able to do something with it. So, Fussy Cats. I've got books, fine art on there. I was just thinking about, did I want to do some bits and bobs around there with some Fussy Cats that I've got. That might be a good idea. So I'm going to find some. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure what's still left in this Fussy Cat thing, because I have been putting things across. There's still some things left in here to go across. So I've got a dragonfly. Bit of Christmas there on the corner. Got a doily. Or do not, maybe. Fussy Cats. Can sit on a doily there. That might be quite nice. Oh, now I'm thinking I might have that with a dragonfly. I actually think they might have came from the same little freebies. Just to give it a little bit of something. What have I got here? Got a load of stuff here. Do like our tickets. Ticket, bit of postage. Nice little mushroom. Little butterfly. Just a few things to make it obvious what is inside. Bit of Tracy Fox. I think that's Witchcraft You Do. Bit of probably my own little searching and finding things. There. I think I might just stick that little lot down, and it's whether or not I want a bit of music paper or something in the background. Well, I might just leave it at that actually. I think that'll do. Right, get rid of this. So I'm going to stick all these down, and I will speed up whilst I do that. So that's that. That is that done. So I have got all these lovely butterflies, and then let's stick in Tracy labels, and I can do them different sizes and I can see them, and then it's easy to pick them out to add. So you can see why I did some of these quite small, because some of these labels are really, really small. So I am going to have fun getting all of the fussy cuts that I've placed in different ephemera things that I have made, or just little tins that I've got, and it'll be great to have them all in one place so that they are much, much easier to find. So there it is, all finished. I'm liking that. That'll look great on the shelf. I left the back as it was, and there. So I might change what I'm doing in terms of, I might have a few pages of butterflies. I've got some labels there, a few that have managed to fall, but you know, that's not that bad. I've got Christmas going on there. These are, it's just from when I was playing with my scan and cut when I first got it. So I cut out a few bits. These were all from designer series paper, and these were stamped images. Got those in there. So I have been sort of putting things together. I've got some, these are my paper dolls. I've got actual Tim Holtz ones that I could put in here, and then I might actually use them instead of hoarding them. There's some leaves I've done. So you can see I've got page after page after page to play with, and I think that these is a much better, I'd forgotten I had these because they were in this. Now this is lovely and I enjoyed making it, but actually I don't think that for me is the best way of storing bits and pieces to use. So that, completely free. All that cost me was time. Charity shop book that I managed to get 2 of, and yeah, brown paper packaging and cereal liners. That's all that was. So yeah, if you like this idea, give it a go. This is going to sit on my shelf. I'll be finding fussy cuts everywhere and then popping them in here, and then this would be great to take on a crafting retreat. Don't take up much room, and all my bits and bobs will be in there. And and when I've done design team projects, any little fussy cuts can go in here. when I've finished them, transfer them from my couple of pages of portable ones. So yeah, hope you like that. Do give me a like and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another project. Bye for now.